Okay, today we're going to make Bill the Frog, and here's what he can look like when you're finished. First, you're going to get the big green rectangle. You're going to cut all 4 corners off. And once you've cut 4 corners off, you're going to round the corners so it makes an oval. So you're going to cut the pointy corners off so that it rounds the corner. You missed a corner. There we go. Okay. Then gather all of your scraps and put them in a pile. Okay. So we just made the body. Next, we are going to make the legs, part of the legs. So you're going to need another big green rectangle, but this time you're going to fold it in half. And then you're going to cut half of a heart shape starting on the fold. So when you open it up, it'll be a heart. Now I want you to cut on the fold, so you're cutting the heart in half. Perfect. So now we have the 2 legs. So you're going to take the body. Let's move the scissors out. Okay, now move the body over a little further, please. There you go. Okay, so now we're going to glue the legs behind the body. So the legs, when I say glue them behind, we want this round part right here. That's going to be the legs that stick out. So we want to line it up like similar to that. So when you glue, it's going to be behind the body so that the legs stick out like that. Okay, so the legs are glued behind the body. The other side, it needs a leg on the other side. Okay, now we'll turn it like this. So this is the bottom of the frog, and here's the top of the frog. Okay, doesn't look like anything yet. Okay, next we're going to do the legs. So you're going to need the long, skinny rectangle, and we're going to hold it so that it's long top to bottom, and go ahead and fold it in half. Put the bottom to the top, crease it, Okay, so now with it folded, you're going to cut all 4 corners off. And then we're going to round the corners just like we did before. So you're going to cut those sharp points off so we make them round. So pull them apart. If they're still connected, you can go ahead and cut on the fold so that you have 2. So these are our 2 arms, I guess you would say. And when we glue these, we're going to glue so that they're sticking out the bottom. And if you think these are too long, you can make them a little bit shorter if you want. But you're going to glue both legs on the bottom, and make sure you're over the top of the frog. Put all your scraps in a pile. Now we're ready for the hands and the hands and the feet. So you're going to get the smaller green rectangle, and you're going to fold it in half from match the top to the bottom. Now here's where it gets tricky, because you're going to want to cut a shape similar to this. We want 3 toes and 3 hands. So on the fold, so turn it so the fold is on the bottom, you're going to cut a shape that's like this. 3 fingers or 3 toes, depending on if you're doing toes or hands right now. So go ahead and try to cut that out. Okay, open up the fold. Go ahead and cut on the fold so you have 2 either hands or feet. And then we're going to do that same thing again. Okay, now that you have the hands and the feet cut, you are going to glue the hands to the bottom of the arms on top. So those will be glued on top. And then your feet are going to go behind the legs. So you're going to glue them so they're sticking out of the legs. You can either go up there or you can move a little bit further down, except you want it behind. So you're going to do the same on both sides. So go ahead and glue the legs and feet. starting to look a little more like a frog. Now we're going to do the eyes. So to do the eyes, we are going to get a white rectangle, and you're going to fold that white rectangle in half. So you're going to match the sides or top to bottom, however you're holding it. Okay, so you're going to cut the 4 corners off. And then just like we did before, we're going to round the corners so that all of those pointy edges are now round. Okay, pull them apart. If they're still stuck together, go ahead and cut on the crease. And now we have 2 eyeballs. So first we're going to clean up our scraps before we do the next piece. Okay, now we're going to do the pupils. So you're going to get a little black rectangle. We're going to do the same process. You're going to fold it in half, cut the corners, and then round the edges. Okay, so then you're going to glue the pupils onto the eyeballs. Cleaning up the scraps would be a good idea. Okay, then we are ready to glue the eyeballs to the top of the frog. So when you glue them on, you want them to be sticking off the top. So however, whatever direction you want them sticking off the top. So we're almost finished. It's looking good. Next, we need the tongue. For the tongue, you're going to get the red rectangle, and you're going to cut the bottom 2 corners. And then you're going to round them so they don't have any sharp edges, so make it round. Then you're going to take your pencil I'm using a pen because I don't have a pencil right here. And you're going to wrap put the bottom of the tongue that you just cornered on the edge of the pencil and then wrap it around the pencil. Keep wrapping until you run out of, and you can scoot it further up the pencil. It doesn't have to be on the tip. Mary? That'll work. We just want the end to curl a little bit. Okay, you can set that aside. And we're going to take a black crayon. We're using a marker, but you're going to use a crayon. Take a black crayon and you're going to draw a smile on the frog. And then, now we know where to glue the tongue. You can stick the tongue anywhere on the smile and glue it on. All right, all that's left would be our frog's spots. So you're going to get the yellow rectangle, and you can do as many dots or spots as you want. So you're just going to cut little circles from the yellow paper. And just keep cutting dots until you think that you have enough to put on your frog. Okay, once you have however many spots you want, you can glue them wherever you want on the frog. And there's Bill the frog. You just need to put your name on the back of Bill.